Good morning, YouTube. Want to do an update on my shallow reef tank. This is my transfer tank from my previous 7-gallon. As you can see, there's some new corals added. The tank actually has completed its little mini cycle that I kind of expected, seeing it was a new tank. A lot of new plumbing, a lot of new equipment that I used in this tank, so I expected to see a tiny cycle, which I did. The ammonia and the nitrates are completely gone at this point. So now all I have to do is make sure the calcium and alkalinity stay in check, and we should produce beautiful coral like you see here. I've added some akins, some acropora species, there's a frog spawn in the back, and some new zoanthids since the last time I shot the video. Colorations are looking great with a Kessel 160. Hoping to see someone have a Black Friday deal on Kessel 160 so I could pick up the second one for the tank. I planned on running two, I just haven't made the second purchase yet. I've been enjoying stocking the tank full of corals a little too much to go back to the equipment, but as these get bigger, I'll have issues with shadowing, so I will want to pick up my second A160. With all this coral purchasing and all these frag purchases, there's been 3 tools that I've used during this process that have been saviors for me. This Revive Coral Dip by Two Little Fishes is awesome. It has a lemony scent to it if you've ever used it, but it's a non-iodine dip. Worked wonders. I've always been afraid to dip my corals in fear that something bad would happen to the coral, and I invested $20 in a coral and then used this Revive Dip and it just melted away. Every coral you see in my tank I use this Revive Dip on, and every coral in my tank has awesome coloration and has done nothing but grow since I put it in my tank. So as you can see, no negative effects at all whatsoever. I've seen spiders, worms, copepods. I've seen some crazy stuff come flying out of the frag plugs when I use the dip. So 2 thumbs up to this Revive Dip. I do have the Ecotech Marine fragging kit. It's a little overkill, but it does have all the basics that you need. The coral glue, some bone cutters, some tweezers. The only thing it doesn't have is a scalpel, which I do recommend. Boston Aquaria, I think that's the name of the company, has a really good one that you can get, and I'll have to purchase that in the near future for fragging zoanthids. This is the Aqua Gadget Innovative Marine accudrip. This thing is phenomenal. It makes starting a drip siphon the easiest thing on earth. When acclimating corals, it's as simple as hooking this piece on, rolling this down, which pinches this, and then setting this end in your bag or your bucket. Just for this video, I'll just put it in this little Tupperware container. If I get a couple of frags in the same place, I'll typically pour them in a container like this, and then start the siphon in here. Once this is closed, all you do is squeeze this tube, and as you can see, water flows down into the container. Slowly change the dial upward, which opens the valve, and you'll see it start dripping. That exact drip that's in this little tube will be right down here. Simple. Very, very simple siphoning. This thing works wonders. I'll just set this siphon up and I will literally walk away and let the coral or fish acclimate into the tank, and then I don't have to worry about it. Let it do, depending on what the species is, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, matches up all the temperature of the water, and then obviously the different chemical parameters. So it's a really easy tool. I hate doing extra work, and this siphoning just makes it really easy. Very nice. It's only like $10, I believe. The Revive Coral Dip, I believe, was another $15. They do sell fragging kits. They're a lot cheaper than this one, but this does come in like a nice little bamboo cutting case. So, I mean, if it's something that you're into, if you like that kind of nice look, it's a good piece. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. As you see, my auto top off is kicking on, which I did do a little bit of rearranging underneath the sump. If you've seen my last video, I moved my extension cords up higher to prevent any kind of drippage, and then I mounted like some nets, and then I actually moved my auto top off into this first chamber just because it's a lot quieter, and it was just a lot more convenient for me. But I mean, I guess it didn't matter whether it was in this one or the one on the other end. If you have any questions, just shoot me a video. But I wanted to give everyone a little update, show you the corals, show you the tank. Everything's looking pretty good. I did find a new skimmer that I'm interested in as well. The Ice Cap Skimmer series is supposed to be coming out in February this year. And the ice cap K120, I believe is the model number, is actually 5.25, I believe, inches width by like 7, which will be a perfect fit inside my sump. I think I have 5.5 inches room here to fit a protein skimmer in, and I'd like to upgrade into something bigger. I mean, this skimmer, this BH50 is pulling great skim weight out, but I do want something a little more overpowered with the tank. As you see, I am running biopellets, so I would be able to plumb my biopellets right into that reactor and just control any excess nutrients I might have, and hopefully keep my nitrates and phosphates at a bare minimum. If you have any questions, shoot me a message or a comment, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully your tanks are all looking wonderful as well. I'm open for suggestions for stocking as far as my next fish edition goes. I haven't really decided what I want.